relaxed with Montenegro?
They've, for all their talk before the game, they haven't turned up. It's been easy for England, very comfortable. They're 1-0 up, should have had a penalty. Biggest danger for England now in the second half, they actually beat themselves. It's been that easy for them. They've obviously, Carrick and Gerrard controlled the middle of the park. But England need to get another second and third goal just to kill the game off, because that 1-0 is still dangerous. But Montenegro haven't turned up.
Who knew they'd play that bad, Montenegro? They've been outplayed in every department. England have been dominant in midfield. Rooney's ran the two centre-backs. Ragged coming short, spinning in the hole. Totally controlled the game, and they've got the goal. And Roy's quite right. They perhaps could do with another one just to settle the game.
It's very rare, Gareth, that an England side do exactly what you want them to do. You said beforehand, I want them to just keep control, keep the ball. Not only did they do that, hit the post and had the ball in the net within 6 minutes.
Absolutely, they had a great start to the game. They turned Montenegro. They won a couple of corners early on, and from one of those we get the first goal. Good delivery, as is often the case from Steven Gerrard, and it's so straightforward. Actually, what you'll see Wayne Rooney's his markers fighting him, but actually just because he's trying to feel him, good movement from Rooney just off the back, but he just falls over, and no man on the far post. It's as straightforward as you could wish for, really.
Sometimes when you're marking someone in the box, you have to actually have an eye on the ball, but front the man up. He's too busy fighting with his arm, and then all of a sudden he loses his balance and he's down. No one on the post. We're a big lover of those people on the post.
You know as well as anyone, Roy, that Rooney can be unplayable on his day, and he's having one of those days.
But he's a top player, and I think the role up front on his own, I think he's as good as anybody. And we've seen it tonight. Again, we question the opposition, but Wayne, again, he's such an intelligent footballer. His movement, obviously poor defending, and this was after, what, 2 or 3 minutes, and the keeper's all over the place again. A lot of their players seem nervous. It's like the occasion's too big for him, and what a great effort, and of course, slightly unlucky.
This is what he's done brilliantly with the centre-backs. Zudovic and Barca don't know whether they're coming or going. He wants the ball in the hole, he doesn't get it. It's not a great ball, but look at them now. Neither of them go close to him. He's able to just lay the ball off. Too easy as far as the centre-backs are concerned.
And when he's been asked to produce something at the other end, he's kept possession of the ball. His hold-up play's been excellent. This time it's steps inside, delivers across the far post that Danny Welbeck's just too far away from. It's been outstanding. A great centre-forward display from him tonight.
But we've got a couple of yellow cards, a daft one which Glenn Johnson gave away. But then what was this Danny Welbeck decision all about? I mean, am I being one-eyed, or was that a penalty?
I think the ref gets this wrong. I think he could quite easily give a penalty. There is contact. He just clips the back of his heel and goes down. And where the referee is, he probably thinks he's dived, but he definitely hasn't. I think he cuts across the defender, Savic, just clips the back of his heel, and from where the referee is, you see him there, he just sees the back of the incident, and he does get clipped. I think that's a penalty.
Definitely, it's definitely a penalty. What I can't understand, just because the referee doesn't think it's a penalty, doesn't mean to say the player's died. He's obviously getting pulled at. Well, it's definitely a penalty. But then to be booked, it's hard for Danny to take.
I think he turned to me at one stage, Roy, and said San Marino had beat this lot, which is probably an exaggeration, but they're not going to be as bad second half.
Of course not, and that's the danger for England. I think Roy Hodgson obviously will be delighted at half-time in terms of the way they've performed, but you'll have to expect a bit more from Montenegro, especially playing into this. There's most of the passionate fans in the second half, but England, again, the control they've had, it's been that easy, it's been dangerous for them.
With all the electric atmosphere and the noise beforehand, we said, probably in vain, we thought beforehand, got to keep them quiet. Well, England did keep them quiet, largely down to the efforts of this man, Wayne Rooney, who had us all breathless with excitement.